Yo, what it do? What it do? What up, birds? What up, birds? You have a good time at the parade? You have a good time at the parade? And I'm sure you did. Sure you had a fantastic time at the parade. All right, don't mess, Micah. Don't mess. I'm gonna pull up a couple things here. People going crazy about the comments that Dak Prescott had. What up, Billy? What up, Guardio? What's good? What's good? Trying to let a couple people get up in here before we start the conversation. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Were they throwing anything out into the stand, out into the fans? The kingdom has fallen. Yeah, no more Chiefs kingdom. Chiefs doomed them. They got the Chiefs are doomed them. Yeah, just trying to let a few people get up in here. Just trying to let a few people. Yeah, I know I had a random live stream earlier. I went live from being at work. Something I don't really do much. I may start doing that more often from my other channel. I'll do live streams of different things while I'm working. I was feet away from Cooper Jean. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, it didn't look like you were too far away from the buses. Did they get off the buses? I know they probably went and stood on a stage and talked, but did they actually get off the buses and get in, mingle with the fans a little bit? Welcome, everybody. What it do? What it do? I'm Roy Rawls, and I'm back again just for you. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, man, people going crazy right now over what Dak Prescott said at a children's cancer fund. If this offseason goes the way it's supposed to, I'm going to join Bills Mafia. You already are Bills Mafia. What are you talking about? Aren't you Bills Mafia already? Like, isn't that already what you are? I thought I just pulled it up. Birds is a stalker. Yeah, he posted pictures. I got you. I got you. Well, that's good. At least they got down. At least they got down and celebrated with the fans. At least they celebrated with the fans a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with playing this interview that a reporter had asked Dak Prescott while he was at a cancer fund for children's cancer. It was a fundraiser for cancer, the children that had cancer. But I'm gonna go ahead and play that audio first. What up, LQ? What's good? What's good? What up, Taylor? Emma? What's good? What's good? So I'm gonna go ahead and play that audio real quick. Let me know. Make sure you guys can hear it.
You saw that this one. When you see what the Eagles just did, how far are you guys away from that level? Okay.
All right. First off, can you guys hear the audio? Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Can you hear the audio that I was just playing? Was it coming through clear enough for you guys to be able to hear it? What up, Karen? What's good? What's good? Welcome in. Welcome in. No, you couldn't. Hold on. All right. I'm going to try to move a microphone closer to the speaker. And let's see if you guys can hear the audio now.
Because what you look at right here.
Hold on. Let me fast forward a bit.
Doing it in the press conference, right? And then following this year, we just got to get to running the ball, being a little bit more,
Oh, I'm great, Karen. Hopefully you are as well. Can you hear it? You hear that audio that I just played? Let me know. The headphones are over there. Let me know if you can hear the audio. But just type a Y if you can hear it.
Consistent on that. And then from there, and go back and look at the numbers. I've always enjoyed play action pass. So just being able to get back to that. But you got to start with the run game. And when you have that, the rest of the offense can open up. You saw that.
And I'm happy. I'm happy that my Cowboys are starting to look like they're going to actually put together a run game. We've been needing it and missing that for a while now. Hold on 1 second, guys. Why what? me get this light off. It's bleeding in the background. There we go. There we go. I like them extra lights. I like those lights. Oh, we good. We good. Hopefully you guys are good as well. All right, so I'm going to play the audio.
One more. When you see what the Eagles just did, how far are you guys away from that level?
All right, so did you hear the question? He said, you see what the Eagles just did. How far away from them do you think you are? Now, first off, this is a children's cancer fundraiser. Now, I get that, yes, he did ask, the reporter did ask permission to ask football questions at this fundraiser, but I probably would have declined. I would have been like, hey, that's not what this fundraiser is about. This fundraiser is about the children. If you got a question or comments about what's going on here, we'll go ahead and answer it. But football is for another time. That's not what we're here for. But he does go ahead and answer the question. Anyways, good evening, happy Friday. Yes, Miss Pittsburgh, welcome. Thank you, Emma. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Fried JT. All right, so we'll get back in the audio.
Okay, so
Hold up.
Consistent on that, and then from there and go back and look at the numbers. I've always enjoyed play action pass, so just being able to get back to that. But you got to start with the run game, and when you have that, the rest of the offense can open up. You saw that this.
What up,
Eagles just did. How far are you guys away from that level?
okay,
All right.
so
We'll fast forward past Mark Holmes. Shout out
I
to
don't
Mark
want to say
Holmes.
check the record when they're the guys holding the
All right, so
how far are you from the Eagles? Go on.
I mean, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them.
to start off, he said, I feel like we compete with the Eagles and we have beat them most of the times when we have played them. But I don't want to say all that, but you got them holding the trophies. And we'll let it finish. Play. Okay. They don't want to play.
I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially when you even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And I don't want to say check the record when they're.
So he says, I don't want to say, he says, I feel like we've been competitive. I feel like we beat them most of the times we played them. Now take into consideration, Dak Prescott is 9-4 against the Eagles. He didn't play the last two games we played them. We played a bunch of backups. And this year, yes, they beat us. They stomped us. We were a sorry team this year. That just is what it is. And then he says, I don't want to say go check the record because you got those guys holding the trophy. And credit to those guys. Kudos to those guys. Congratulations. Y'all deserve it. So he did give his kudos. We'll go back into it here. The delay time.
They're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've.
All right, come on. Why is it pausing?
Earned and they deserved it by all means. But.
What up, BD? What's
Yeah,
good? What's
very
good?
close, especially when you even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship, and those two teams that we battle against each and every year, a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us. All right. Okay.
How's your health? Good. Yeah, my health is good for sure. My health is good. Doing a lot
crazy more. Getting there. I think I'm 12 weeks or so out of surgery now, so I'm really looking to amp it up here recently. I got all my confidence. And,
there we go. All right. Pause. Stay paused. Maybe. Stay paused. All right. So you got so many people going absolutely crazy in the media about Dak Prescott saying these comments. But at the end of the day, what do you expect the starting quarterback of the Cowboys to say? No, we suck. We are no good. We can't do this. No, you want, as a fan of the team, it's not necessarily what I wanted him to say, but I don't want him to act like we're, nothing. Oh, no, you good, Landon? This is just a short popping on live talking about these conversations that Dak, Ceedee, and Micah has had here recently. What up, Star Dashian? What's good? Shout out to you guys. But yeah, so the media is just bashing on Dak Prescott about these interview here. That really, I feel like the reporter shouldn't even be asking him these questions. This is not a football rally. This is a children's fundraiser for cancer where him and Troy Aikman were both there representing. What up, Alyssa? What up, Lando? What's good? So, as he did allow them to ask this question, or he did allow them to ask football questions, I feel like that the bashing of Dak for these comments is slightly uncalled for. Could he have rephrased? These comments? Effing, bro. What happened with that? Oh, no, just some comments that he made in an interview that he had at a children's cancer fundraiser. Juan, shout out to you. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, he could have said something different, but he said that we're close. Like, and he may feel that way. I don't know. Obviously, the Cowboys have a lot of work to do this offseason. I feel like we are making strides in the right direction. We'll have to see how much further that goes if we can continue to put in the players to go with these coaches that we're bringing in to help them get where we need to be, build a running game, and actually have some running game instead of depending solely on Dak. Dak did Dak things. Yeah, I mean, he's a company man when these interviews. The most I would say is like maybe not even take these questions, because no matter what Dak Prescott says, people in the media and a lot of the fan base is going to just smash anything he says. So like at this point, it's almost at a point where he'd just be like, man, no comment. Like, I ain't got no comments. I'm here at a children's cancer fundraiser. This ain't got nothing to do with football. We're here trying to help these children, trying to help raise money for these children. But at the end of the day, no matter what he says, no matter what Dak Prescott says, people are going to bash him. He wears the star on the side of his helmet, and messing with Micah. Don't be messing with my stuff, boy. Why are you taking my stuff off my desk, baby? Sorry, guys. My son was taking stuff off my desk. You don't need to be messing with. Little butthead. But yeah, so no matter what he says, people are gonna bash him, and they're gonna have their opinions. That's one thing. That's one thing with the Cowboy fan base that I think that as fans we need to figure out. What? Well, go back under. Sit down. I'll put it back over you. Sit down. You can't do it if you're standing up, baby. You gotta sit. Alright, so you're not gonna sit, so it's not gonna work. But yeah, the fan base for the Dallas Cowboys is so busy fighting with each other about this and that, or what player they don't want because he said this, or what player they don't want because he does a podcast, or it's absolutely crazy. Like, if you look at the Eagles fan base, like, yes, they can be vulgar and they can be disgruntled and do things, but they are united in what decision they make, and they back their team. The Cowboys fans, we need to come together and be backing our team. We need to stop arguing with each other. And you might be right, Carnage. You might be right. What up, King Jackson? What up, Nemo? What it do? But we need to come together as fans and support the team. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want the team to win. That's the bottom line. We want to win. To me, it's not, there's no point in bashing players that are on your team, because we as fans really don't have a say or a call in what player comes or goes or what player they trade or draft. We don't really have a say in that. So as fans, it's really just our job to back the team and their decisions. We don't always have to agree with it because there's a lot of times where I don't agree with decisions that the teams make. But for us fans to go back and forth with each other over the fact that we don't like, we as fans just want a team that's going to win and win in the playoffs and make it back to a championship that we haven't seen in 30 years. It's crazy. No, I'm going to end it because this ain't the SmackDown stream, so I will end this stream for before that. well, we know we're going to have Dak for at least 3 more years, Carnage. So, regardless, past that point, we're going to have to put up with him for 3 more years. What up, Jason? What up, Don't Be Like Doe? What's good, what's good? We're going to have to deal with him for at least 3 more years, whether people like him or not. You can call me a Dak supporter or a Dak hater. I'm not Dak's biggest fan. I never have been, and I probably never will be. I do think that he's an above-average quarterback who has great moments, who also struggles at times. And that just is what it is. I'd say he's probably just outside the top 10 or maybe even the number 10 spot. But fans just want to push like our star players out the building with no plan to replace him. Like, who are we going to replace Dak with? Like, good starting quarterbacks are not just waiting for teams to pick them. That's just not how it works. There's a reason why there's still about 20 teams that are still struggling to find a good starting quarterback for their team. There's a lot of teams. Like, if we literally were to have let that go, do you know that 20 teams at least would have paid him what we paid him or more? And the contract is renegotiable. They can restructure it. They can do all that. So to me, I don't focus a lot on how much he's getting paid. He's getting paid what he's getting paid because the Cowboys don't know how to do business with these contracts. Because the Cowboys want to go and they want to wait until the very last moment to sign a player so that they have to pay that top dollar when they could have signed him. Yeah, when they could have signed them sooner and had probably got them at a lot cheaper rate, just like Micah Parsons is saying right now, where Micah Parsons is telling the Cowboys, I want to get the deal done. I want to get signed. I will take less money to stay in Dallas and so that you could put more pieces around me. He is telling the Cowboys, let's get this done. Micah Parsons is throwing away all his leverage. I'm going to try to pull up an interview here. I don't think Dak is ass booty. I don't think that, actually. I think that he's above average. I think he has great moments and he has bad moments. I think that when you have a running back and an O-line that Dak can also play with, that he can be great. I think that when you go and you depend solely on Dak, what do you want? You want it over your legs or over your head? All right, well, you got to sit down. Well, boy, then that's what you just asked me for. All right, sorry about that. My 3-year-old can't make up his mind. But yeah, he is literally saying, oh, all right, so back to Dak. All right, well, watch your video. I'm getting it. But yeah, so like, had they signed Dak earlier, they could have got him at a better deal. But to me, if you have a running game and a decent O-line to go with Dak, I think he can play great. I think Dak struggles when they make it solely dependent on Dak. And then they don't give him the pieces. We have one wide receiver. What, baby? What? When he has pieces around him, he does great. The only times that I really see Dak struggle is when the O-line can't protect for him and we get down multiple scores and he starts to press. When he starts to press, yes, he starts to make some bad decisions. He in that way he needs to be a front runner. But also, when Dak has 100-yard rushing running back that's playing with him and an O-line that can block, Dak plays phenomenal. There's a reason why he was the MVP runner-up. There's a reason why he has a second-team All-Pro. Those weren't by accident. Those were on purpose. Like, he can put up these numbers. He can do it if you put the pieces around him. When you don't want to put the pieces around him like the Cowboys did last year, they want to do absolutely nothing, and they want to try to act like backups, and all of the draft picks that we get are going to be starters right out day one, then yeah, he's going to struggle. He had one wide receiver to throw to, Ceedee Lamb, and everybody else on the offense was damn near booty. So defenses, all they had to do was take out Ceedee Lamb, and then he's struggling to try to find someone to throw it to, and before he even has a chance, because the O-line can't protect, he's got the offensive tackle in his lap or the defensive lineman in his lap. And if he is able to get the ball off before, then he's always throwing it off his back foot. Now, you can go in your backyard with your friends right now and try to throw the ball off your back foot as you're falling backwards and tell me how many accurate, complete passes you make. It ain't going to be many, because when you throw the ball, you need to be able to step into it. He didn't get that chance last year. He struggled with that because the team was booty around him, which there in return also trickled to him and made him booty. And he didn't play very good. He had one of his worst seasons, and then he got hurt, and it turned into what it was. What up, that Thad was good. Dylan was good. Was good. Welcome in, welcome in. And Dee Dee was good. Sorry I missed you. But it's just absolutely asinine to me that the fans want to be too busy attacking each other. Like, we could get together as fans and maybe make a difference, because as one fan, no, the Jones ain't going to hear you. But when you have a vast majority of fans that are all saying the same thing and are damn near making it so that the Jones don't have a choice, then you're gonna get heard. You're gonna much more likely be heard in that situation. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get in on this conversations that everybody's just attacking Dak because of the interview that he had at that children's cancer fundraiser. And to me, it's just like, what do you expect the quarterback of your team to say? You want, like, he could have said nothing. Like, yes. Or he could have said, like, hey, my team needs to, like, we could come up with many phrases that we as fans could have thought that we would have wanted him to say better. And at the end of the day, we still would have probably smashed with our opinions on what he was saying. Because it really doesn't matter what Dak says at this point. There's just fans out there that just don't like him. Whether he plays good or not, there's just going to be people out there that just don't like him. What up, Alyssa? What's good? What's good? But we're going to move on. I'm going to try to pull up this interview because we got a short time frame here before wrestling comes on at 8. We'll try to pull up this interview with Micah Parsons in the locker room here. It was a recent interview. If I can pull it up. I just saw it. Mike Parsons interview. All right, let's see if we can get it up. Oh, my dog's barking. I guess he wants to come inside. Go bring him inside here in just a second. All right, so where is this interview? Just saw this video. Where is it? All right, I think this is it. No, this is post game week 10. That's not it. All right, so hold on. Let's go let the dog in real quick, and then we'll be back. All right. All right. So there. That part's all done. All right, so let's get back into this so that we can pull this interview up where he was talking about how we went 4 months ago, 9 months ago. It's gonna act like I can't find this video, and I just saw it. Like literally just saw this interview. Micah Parsons continues to put pressure on the Cowboys. 3 and 6 hours ago, that's Jeff Kavanaugh. I don't know if he plays the interview. No, he don't play the interview. Sorry, guys. I thought I had it up already. Mello, shut up. I'm over there being lame. All right. Search it again. Person. Just typing his name. See what pulls up. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, we back. All right. I can't find this interview. Then I'll put it on. There we go. Micah makes a plea to Cowboys front office. All right, so maybe this will have it in it. I'm gonna have to skim through this audio because this is no, it's not a mainstream media audio, but let's see what it says.
3 straight 12-5 seasons, but this year, you know, I don't want to sit back and just watch other people build and build and build. One is here, but we've had a strong message for
so here we go.
This week saying, quote, obviously, talent is here, but we've just got to finish and go be aggressive the same way they did. You know, I don't want to sit back and just watch other people build and build and build, and I stay the same. So we definitely need some call to action.
All right. So what he said, I don't know if you heard it. It says, obviously, talent is here, but we just got to go and finish and go and be aggressive the same way they did. I'm sure they means the Eagles because they go after pieces that they need to make them a better team. The Cowboys haven't been doing that. We don't do nothing in free agency. We rely heavily on the draft. And if the draft doesn't work out for us, then we suffer because of it. So he says, I want to go be aggressive the same way they did. You know, I don't want to just sit back and watch other people build and build and build, and I stay the same. We definitely need some call to action. That is him pleading to Jerry Jones. Go get the pieces we need for our team to be a good team again. And I'm really hoping that we go get someone like a Cooper Kupp or a Devontae Adams to come in and play opposing with Ceedee Lamb. So that way we have more than one target that the defense has to watch out for. And then if we go and we draft a guy like Genty and help build our O-line back up a little bit, which towards the end of the season we started to play better, but we don't know if Zach Martin's coming back. We really don't know what we're going to get out of Terrence Steele. So it's all kind of crazy. But I think there was more to this interview than that. Let me see. There's more to it. Right. Apparently not there. Call to action to be aggressive. Chargers. Chiefs rivalry. Michael Garrett pushing or Michael Parsons pushing for Garrett. Micah Parsons loses his mind. All on the field. So I can't find the other interview. But in the other interview that I was watching and I saw, it was talking. He was saying that he doesn't need
Coming
to
off
be
3 straight 12-5.
that he doesn't need to be the highest paid defense or the highest paid defensive lineman or linebacker in the league. That he just wants to get the deal done. He just wants his worth, and he wants to be able to bring other pieces in. So he said he'll take a smaller deal. What up, Pixar? He will take a smaller deal to stay a Cowboy, and so that the Cowboys can help bring in other pieces around him so that they help make the team better. Micah Parsons is literally giving the Cowboys any leverage that he had and just saying, let's get this deal done. Let's not wait until the end of training camp to get my deal done. But if you wait till the end of training camp, I'm going to want more money. If you sign me now, I'll take less money. Let's get this done. Let's get it done now so that we can get other pieces in the building. Because you know the Cowboys, they're going to wait forever and then sign their players, and then they're going to act like they can't sign or pick up other players in free agency until after they sign their players. And then at that point, it's bottom of the barrel. There's nobody there to be grabbed, or it's somebody that should have retired 4 years ago. What up, Harry? What up, West Philly? What's good? What's good? But it's just absolutely baffling to me that you got the Cowboys players pleading for the Cowboys to do something this offseason, to not sit stagnant like we did last year, to actually come in and show that we're making moves that are warranting us to win. Like, I ain't glazing nobody. I'm talking about this ain't glazing. I ain't saying how good somebody is, Nemo. Come on now, get off that. Ain't nobody saying. I'm not sitting here saying the Cowboys are so good, bro. Like, you don't even know how good the Cowboys are. Like, they're the best team in the absolute world, bro. That would be me glazing the Cowboys. That's not me. I didn't. You might want to go rewind, Nemo. I did not glaze Dak. I did not glaze Dak. But I even said I'm not a Dak fan, not Dak's biggest fan. Alright, so where's this interview for CeeDee Lamb? See if I can get this in before I gotta get off of here because I don't have a lot of time. That's false, Nemo. Dak's only had 2 seasons out of 9 where he had a high interception percentage. 2 seasons out of 9. Most of his seasons, he doesn't have high. He's not Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen this year had his best touchdown to interception ratio. But Dak has only had literally 2 seasons. 2 seasons where he had a high number of interceptions. Other than that, that ain't it. He's not a high turnover rate. He's never been that in the NFL. You'd be glazing Lamar Jackson, someone who also can't win in the playoffs. But it just is what it is. If you don't have pieces around, it's gonna be hard. All right, so here it is. CeeDee Lamb post game week 5. In the mirror, trying to find the interview. It's crazy. Like, the interview pop up 100 times on my screen until it doesn't, and like till I go to look for it, and then when I go to look for it, it's like it doesn't exist. It's absolutely baffling to me. These are all old. Oh, where is it? It's just absolutely crazy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it. I'm only finding this 4-month-old. Be me regardless. Being as explosive as we can. Let's go.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, sissy. What?
What up, James Sports? What it do? What it do? Hell yeah, Carnage. That's what's up. No, yeah, I like Burrow. Burrow's dope. Last year's MVP, Lamar stole that from Dak. Dak had a better season than Lamar. Better, like, he should have won the MVP last year, not Lamar. Now, Lamar on his whatchamacallit, on his unanimous MVP season, I'll agree, that was his. But he still chokes in the playoffs. He still ain't got the job done. And he had pieces around him. All right, so here we go. It's the Ceedee Lamb tells the truth about Cowboys fans. He says, oh, that's Cowboys fan talk now. Stop. All right, back up. There we go. I'm going to pull it up. All right, well, either way, what Ceedee Lamb had said was someone had asked him, what team has more, who's got more passionate players, the Cowboys or the Eagles, or the fans? Whose fan base is more passionate? And he gave that nod to the Eagles. He said the Cowboys have the deepest fan base, but as far as passionate goes, the Eagles fans are more passionate than the Cowboys. And I'm not going to disagree with that because the Cowboy fans are too busy fighting and arguing with each other like it's going to do something than they are worried about the team. And at the end of the day, we all want the team to win. All us Cowboy fans, we all want the same thing. We want the team to win and win in the playoffs and get back to where they used to be and where they should be. But the problem is with the Cowboys, you got everything that they want to do is about a show and about filling seats. It's not focusing on football. It's the tide is starting to turn. It's looking like that is going to have some changes this year. They're starting to do the right things. Like I've said previous in other videos, they're putting the right ingredients into to make the Kool-Aid. They're putting the right ingredients in the pitcher to make a good cup of Kool-Aid. They still got some ingredients that they need to add. But coaching-wise, they've put those ingredients in, and it's starting to look like they're doing things in a different manner than they have previously. The Cowboys haven't had a full coaching change since Jimmy Johnson. Every time we have hired a new head coach or hired a new OC, we've always had holdover coaches. That wasn't the case this year. This year, yeah, of course everyone wants their team to win. But, Nemo, the way Raven fans communicate is different than the way Cowboy fans communicate. Cowboy fans will sit there and bash and attack each other. Most teams' fan bases don't do that. They don't worry about bashing the other fans. That's not and it's not even going to get anything done. That gets nothing done. We say what every season? I ain't said anything every season. I ain't never said the same thing every season, and I don't pound the table saying we're going to a championship. So if you're saying that, that's wrong. And I ain't never heard the Cowboy fans say that. If they are, they're delusional. Who you hear say that is mainstream media and people like Michael Irvin. You don't hear fans saying it. You hear Michael Irvin saying it. Well, y'all would kind of include me. But that's besides the point. No, yeah, that window placement, that's, Cowboys Stadium is the only stadium that sits east to west. It's the only, so we get the sunrise and sunset in the freaking windows during the football games, and it's absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So now we're hearing rumors of Debo to the Cowboys. I mean, Debo's all right, but I think he's kind of pushing his limit. I would rather have DeAndre or Devontae Adams, or I would rather have Cooper Kupp. But they got like this interview here. Let's see what it says real quick. And we're going to be hopping off here because we got to get ready for the WWE Monday Night Raw.
Listen to this. Obviously, talent is here, but we've just got to finish and go be aggressive the same way they did. I don't want to sit back and just watch other people build, and we stay the same. So we definitely need some call to action. Now, the Cowboys haven't made big offseason splashes recently. Look at this. This surprised me.
Recently, we
biggest
haven't
free
made big
agent signing over the last
offseason
5
splashes in
seasons,
years.
guys, was Gerald McCoy's 3-year, $18 million deal in 2020. Otherwise, their largest deals were for 1 year, worth less than $5 million. The biggest trade they've made in that span was for wide receiver Brandon Cooks, who has averaged 36 receiving yards per game in his 2 seasons with the team. So,
SmackDown be coming on at 8
what should
o'clock,
be the
guys.
Cowboys'
Yes, ma'am.
biggest priority in the offseason?
Did I say Raw?
Yeah, in the past, the Cowboys' approach has just been to pay their own, but pay them too late.
Dak's
I
not
would
the
not
problem,
make that
you know?
mistake with Micah Parsons. First, you got to restructure Dak
problem is
Prescott's
ownership.
contract. That obviously $90 million cap hit isn't going to stick around. And then with that flexibility you gain, you sign Micah Parsons to the biggest deal that any edge rusher has ever signed. Now, I do think that, to his point, they need to be active in finding a receiver. Obviously, they need to get better running the football and stopping the run. I imagine that'll be a priority in the draft.
What up,
But
Chief?
priority
Bros?
number
What's
one
good? What's good?
is number 11, who is one of the 3 best defensive players in the NFL, in my estimation.
We don't need. Why would we want
and a lot
him?
of people, Mina, would
Why
tell
would
you
we
that the
want
Eagles are one of
Penix?
the teams that really knows how to
Penix
press
is
the advantage
unproven.
on going to their star players early
He
for
hasn't even
contract
started for a
extensions,
full
and obviously
season.
the Cowboys have not done that. So Micah Parsons, getting him under contract long-term is a priority. In terms of their own free agents to re-sign, nothing gigantic. Jordan Lewis, the cornerback, Oso Digizua, a couple of guys that they might look to re-sign. But, of course, they're on defense, and they have a new defensive coordinator, so we'll see how that all shakes out. But the Cowboys, in terms of free agency, I think the sense I get is that they've heard what people
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to talk about it. I think they're clickbaiting in the interview. What up, JD? JD5 fan, what's good? What's good? Did they say what? Yes. All right. Did they say what? Yeah, it's all about. Why did Landon get his message deleted? We ain't gotta delete or time him out. That wasn't spam. All right, Landon, you have a blessed day, though, brother. Yeah, we didn't have to delete those. That wasn't spam. He was just saying bye. But we gotta chill on deleting messages, and we gotta let people talk a little bit. Whoa, ho, ho, Messi. Whoa, whoa. What's with that? All Dak said was that in previous years that we have been competitive and we have beaten the Eagles, but he's not wanting to say to go check the stats because they're the ones holding the trophy. And kudos to them. Congratulations to them. They deserve it. I'm happy for them, but I feel like we're close. And that's really what he said. But to me, it's just crazy that the media blows up on him. That's because I hadn't responded to him.
Hello, ugly fat ass.
I only saw bye twice, and then he said my name once. Okay, I mean, you can have Jameis Winston then. We don't want Jameis Winston unless he's coming in as a backup. He would be a great backup. But I am going to be getting off of here. We will be turning the live right back on for WWE at 8 o'clock. So make sure you guys come in, check it out, hang out with us, and tune in with us because we'll be here for WWE at 8 o'clock. All right. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Stay up. Watson over that. You just crazy, Gardo. Roll raw.